The Philippines' first tech-enabled property crowdfunding platform is looking to list at least 100 billion pesos worth of properties each month as it takes part in the country's robust real estate industry. With us now for more in the studio is Andre Mercado, Signet Properties founder and CEO. Happy New Year, Andre, and welcome to the program.
Happy New Year, Cathy. Thank you for having me here.
So you've launched this innovation just about a month ago. So how's it going so far in terms of registered users as well as the listing of the properties online?
Well, the response was very overwhelming since we've launched this product December 17 of last year. We have already listed and get a property crowdfunded for a worth of 6 million. We've tried that one on our day one. And then within 3 hours, we were able to get it crowdfunded for 6 million. Right now, we're assessing 5 more properties that we'll acquire for January. For registrant users, it's very overwhelming. We've received 500 registrants since we've started just 3 weeks from 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, and we were able to KYC and verified at least around 60 of those. So there's still a huge legwork to do, but it's overwhelming. We just want to make sure that we KYC every possible investors to go to our website. So hopefully within this week until next week, we'll be able to upload available properties to get crowdfunded in the next few days to come.
Talk to us about that crowdfunding, because it is indeed an innovation, something that you thought of because of an unmet need in the traditional sense of investing in property. What exactly did you find a solution to make it easier for Filipinos to invest in real estate?
I've been in the real estate for 5 years now for platform. Well, there's definitely a huge increase when it comes to real estate for the past few years. And I've noticed there's also a huge interest when it comes to property investing, especially from the seafarers industry, from the OFW industry. They're not just the typical property buying, but also acquiring properties to invest, probably to lease someday. But you see, property acquisition is very, very tedious, and there's a lot of paperwork to do as well. And also, properties are getting very expensive. So right now, just for a BGC alone, it will take 150,000 to 200,000 per square meter. So it's very difficult for an average Filipino or a seaman or an OFW to invest in a property. So putting a crowdfunding business model to acquire a property and probably get your returns and also earn from property investment through crowdfunding is more easier.
Yeah, returns are key, but the turnaround time is really the issue, because it takes a long time to get that return on investment, given the processes that you just said. In the traditional sense of investing, how different is it when it's crowdfunding? How fast do you get that return on investment?
For our first property, we put a 6 months tenureship. So basically, your investments are just going to be on a short-term investment. You'll get for example, right now, we'll get a 12% per annum fixed return for any investment that you put in. And then once we'll be able to flip the property, which is we're partnered with the key brokerage, which is Remax Premier, they'll be able to flip it before that tenureship will expire, and then you'll get an additional variable on top of your 12% per annum investment.
What about the barriers to entry, the minimum investment required? You've talked about your market, the overseas Filipino workers, the seafarers. What's the target market?
Well, you know what, that's very exciting is that it's a low-cost tech-enabled, so the minimum is just 1,000 pesos. So we are introducing this new technology to actually average Filipino or even the minimum wager. And if you'll go to our website, to flint.com.ph, it's a user-friendly. There's not too much jargon when it comes to, unlike stocks investment or other investment that you will really have to study about it. It's very easy, and also registering is just a 3-step away. Just put in your email address, phone number, you'll be able to register, and then we'll ask for proof of billing, make sure that you're KYC properly, then you're ready to make investment.
Exactly. I mean, easy doesn't really mean secure. So you got to get back to that idea of KYC, know your client.
Correct.
And I know that the Securities and Exchange Commission just came out with some rules and regulations in crowdfunding.
Yes.
So in what way is this ensuring that anyone who invests into the platform is safe and secure?
Correct. We do have a lot of layers of security on our website and our platform. At the same time, Flint is also powered by SIDIN, which is doing crowdfunding for Asia all over Asia already. They've been in business for multiple years, and they're number one when it comes to crowdfunding. So it's not that we're new in the industry. It's not that it's a new innovation. We're just putting everything together to make it available for the Philippine real estate.
And to make those listings really viable and attractive, I know that you're going slow with the listings. You're going by just a couple of hundreds of millions.
Yes, correct.
Why that kind of pace, and how are you choosing which ones go on the platform?
Well,
and in which areas in the Philippines?
We currently focus on CBD area and also regions near Metro Manila, but we're going nationwide. We're going to do Cebu as well, Iloilo and Davao and Bacolod in the near future. How do we assess it? Is because Signet Properties is a listing platform already. So we run through data. We don't just assess it with we feel which market is hot. So everything on the background runs through data to identify which are the right properties to get crowdfunded and to make sure that there's a low risk. There's no risk, but there's a low risk when it comes to not getting your money in return when it comes to your investment.
So you're assessing about five for listing
yes.
this month. Give us an idea where and what sort of properties.
Well, we do, of course, interesting parties. We are looking at BGC, CBD, because these are the easiest to flip and also to get to an end buyer. We also has a few properties in Pampanga and also in Cavite. What's interesting is we're also getting increased when it comes to Myanmar and Singapore properties. So it's not possibly just the Philippine market. We're also touching on Asia because for real estate crowdfunding, we're actually first not in the country but also all over Asia.
So if you're at least targeting 100 million pesos of listings a month, you're thinking of about $1 billion by the end of this year? What's the target, the working target?
Well, the working target is that hopefully we'll be able to get crowdfunded around 10 properties per month. Right now, the minimum is we'll get 6. So, but the average right now, because properties are getting more expensive, we're around looking per property around 15 to 20 million per property. So if you'll reach around 10, at least we start on this first quarter slow and sure, we'll be able to reach around 100 million. But with all the possibilities and also key partnerships that are coming into play, we're looking on even crowdfunding projects. So that will basically, that number will still go up until the end of 2020.
All right, and we're just at the start of the year. Thank you so much for keeping us up to speed with the innovation.
You're welcome. Thank you very much, Cathy.